Victoria is set to get a fleet of 65 new trains as part of a multi-billion-dollar deal with China. And as Brendan Donoghue reports, the Premier claims it will also lead to a jobs coup for Melbourne.
This is where 455 train carriages will be built to transform Melbourne's transport system, Changchun in northeast China, building a total of 65 new longer trains with 7 carriages each. The government-owned China Railway Rolling Stock Corporation is also looking for more long-term investment in Victoria.
And we're delighted that the biggest train manufacturer in the world is setting up their regional headquarters in Melbourne as part of this. That's 120 new jobs.
The contract is the biggest in Victoria's history, worth $2.2 billion. But the carriages will be fitted out in Melbourne at Downer Engineering's Newport facility, where former Alcoa and Ford workers like Jason Ward and Stephen Grieve have found a new home for their skills.
It's a fairly big project, and it's going to bring a lot of opportunity and a bit more employment to the region.
Yeah, it's huge. The amount of investment, as you can see behind us, with Evolution Rail, the Downer partnership with Plenary and come on board, it's fantastic for the region, fantastic for jobs.
The first of the longer trains is expected online next year, the total 65 by 2026, to coincide with the opening of the Melbourne Metro Tunnel.
It's also a great opportunity for us to partner with big companies from around the world and get the very best outcome for the travelling public and for workers.
The idea is to drag Melbourne's train system into the 21st century and replicate mass transit cities around the world, so the trains can run every few minutes and you can literally get rid of the timetable. In Shanghai, Brendan Donoghue, 7 News.
Premier Daniel Andrews has been rubbing shoulders with some of the world's most powerful leaders at the Belt and Road Forum in China. He also announced the creation of dozens of new jobs with a Chinese rail giant heading here to Melbourne. State political reporter Andrew Lund.
In northeastern China, this factory is gearing up to help transform Melbourne's rail network, set to build the body shells for new high-capacity trains. China's aggressive modernisation has seen its rail industry boom, but the China Railway Rolling Stock Corporation is looking to export its expertise, with plans for a regional base in Melbourne.
We're delighted that the biggest train manufacturer in the world is setting up their regional headquarters in Melbourne as part of this. That's 120 new jobs.
From later this year, the Chinese carriage shells will be shipped to Newport for fit-out and assembly. Work is underway to transform the old rail workshop, with workers like Jason Ward and Stephen Grieve finding a new future after transitioning from Alcoa and Ford.
Still the industrial environment, which is good, because the manufacturing side of it is disappearing these days.
Back in China, infrastructure was the key topic for dozens of world leaders, being hosted by President Xi Jinping at the Belt and Road Forum, designed to rebuild the superpower's historic trade routes. And something of a coup for Victoria, Daniel Andrews was the only Australian state leader invited to take part in the forum, helping to lead discussions on the public-private partnership model. The Premier believes recent global shifts in politics present huge opportunities.
I think that as there's uncertainty in some parts of the world, true friends, those who are certain and clear about the way they value China, such as Victoria, I think our position becomes a little bit stronger.
In Shanghai, Andrew Lund, 9 News.